Nikki D from 5 Dog Farm. Well, 5 Dog Farm's laundry room slash brooder, because today we have 15 new Keets that we brought to the farm. We have coral blue, sky blue, and buff. These are new colors for us. We've got pearl gray, white, royal purple, and standard guinea color, which I've forgotten the name of the standard guinea color. But I wanted to mix it up a little bit, and just the word blue got me. Now, I couldn't tell you which is going to be which. I don't know. Mr. Blue Jeans, can we focus in on these little dudes? Look at them. Guinea Keets are so cute. Now, some people think they grow up and aren't cute anymore. But I'll tell you what, their bug eating abilities, they are cute to me. They do a fine job here. Because I walked into an area recently that the guinea hens weren't in, and I walked out with 37 seed ticks on me. So, that's a lesson to us that we know the guineas are doing their job. So I just wanted to do a quick video to show you how I kind of set up for when my babies get here. I use a waterer that has the smaller, I want to flip it right now, but it has the smaller opening. I don't know if you can see that or not. But it has a smaller opening, so I don't have to do pebbles. I used to do pebbles in my bigger waterers, and it just got, I would misplace them and have to wash new ones. And these smaller waterers are great, so your chicks or your Keets don't fall in and drown themselves. Because for those of you that have had chicks and Keets for the first time, you walk in and you look and they're laying there all splayed out, and you think, oh my God, they've passed away, when they just fell asleep, like boom, right where they were. And it's hilarious because they look like they just didn't make it. But they could fall asleep in a waterer, so you want to use the skinnier width when you first start getting your babies in. The other thing I do is, for the first day or two here until I see them eating their food, I just use dog pads. Because if I put in pine shavings right now, I'll never see if they're eating or not, and I'll never see if they are using the bathroom or not. And I want to see all these things happening to make sure that they're healthy and we don't have any problems before pasty butt or something else turns up. Because Keets are no different than chicks. They can also get pasty butt. So I'm going to pop this in. We have it here in the laundry room because this is pretty much the least used room. It's quiet back here. It's the warmest room because it's small with 2 windows. And this corner over here is nice and quiet for them, so they can just kind of get their growing on. So I'm going to flip on my my heat lamp here. I love this heat lamp. It has a dial on it. First one I've ever had that's adjustable, so I can come in and lower it a bit and lower it a bit, because I have no way of pulling the light away as they get older and it gets too warm for them. So if you're able to make the investment and get a heat lamp that has a regulator on it, I would highly suggest you do. It's really, really handy to have. Nothing I thought about when I was first doing chicks or Keets, and I just found one in the store. I didn't even know they were available. I love it. It's what I will buy from now on. So we're going to put these little babies in here. Let's get their water in here. I put the water in the beginning. I just set it down. Eventually we'll build it up so their fluff doesn't get in it, because it gets in it and you're constantly changing out the water. So let's get these little babies in. I'm going to take the fluff that they have in here and put it in with them just to make them feel a little more at home. So, I'm sorry, I'm going to turn my back on you real quick here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put the whole thing in here. I don't want to drop anybody. Mr. Blue Jeans, do you think you could swing around over here while we get these little beauties in? I think the fluff down here is called Excelsior. If I'm not mistaken, that's the name. Don't quote me, but I think that's what it's called. And most chicks and Keets are shipped with that. And I use it, like I said, for the first couple of days, just to sort of give them a sense of, this is safe, we recognize this. Oh my God, they're so cute. They are so cute. Our guinea population dwindled a bit due to a coyote population that we need to get in hand, and that is something that Mr. Blue Jeans is charged with. We do live pretty rustically, pretty out there. We have also, whoops, whoa, 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 whoa! I had a Keet biting another Keet's leg. I've never seen that before. I might call him Mr. Nasty. So we have to be very, very sure that, whoops, these guys come in at night. So the training starts now. make sure nobody's caught here. I start, while they're in just the brooder box here, training them with treat. My call is treat, treat, treat. And if you guys have ever seen the video where Mr. Blue Jeans or I start to call treat, 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 and all the Keets and hens and chickens come running after us, it's because I start from the very beginning. So when I put their food in, I'll say treat, 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 and get them used to that sound. And then when we graduate them to the larger coop, where they're still confined in the larger coop, so they know, oh, this is our new home, where everybody else comes in for a treat, I will throw some in their kennel and say treat, treat, treat. And that's the long and the short of it. It's very simple to train them to come home. Can you come in, Mr. Blue Jeans? They're already drinking. Look at them go. Oh my goodness. So as you can see when you're looking at the padding here, oh my goodness, this guy's pulling on this guy. Stop that. I've never seen this before. We've got some ruffians. When you have the dog pads in here, you're able to clearly see anything they do. So that'll be for the first 48 hours, and then I'll go ahead and put the pine shavings in. Well, there we have it, our first shipment this year of Keets, and I'm looking forward to seeing these new colors, and as they get older, I'll share that with you as well. If you haven't had Keets and you're looking to get them, we love them. Yes, they make noise. Guinea hens make noise. But for all the work they do for us, it's well worth a couple of squawks. Okay guys, well what you saw was when I first got the chicks and I did the routine that I've always done. Putting down the pad, the doggy pads first, and then putting down the pine shavings on top. Well, for the first time ever, in the 3 years I've had guinea hens and in the 5 years I've had chickens, I had one chicken the first time I had chickens that had pasty butt. I have had 5 guinea hen deaths or Keet deaths due to pasty butt, and I have been cleaning them. So I've been doing some reading, and one of the reasons why we're doing our chicken coop a little different is I have read about pine shavings for respiratory issues. What I didn't know, reading through some people who have Keets specifically, is that, and I don't know why I didn't think of this, they can ingest some of the wood. And so that's, I think, some of the problem I'm having. I've never bought from this hatchery either, but I don't want to blame them. I think this is the pine shavings. So right now, I'm switching it up. I'm cleaning them at the moment, and I'll show you how I'm doing that. And I'm doing their habitat a little differently now. I put the pine shavings on the bottom so that they have something soft to walk on that doesn't hurt their feet. But I put the pads on top, as some people suggested. And I think this is a really good idea, although at the moment they think this is a terrible idea being videotaped. What are you doing, Mom? What are you doing? And then they can't ingest the sawdust or the pine shavings, the bits and pieces, which makes sense. Also, for Keets, somebody had mentioned putting in grass shavings. So I'm going to go outside, and goodness knows we have plenty of grass. So I'm going to clip some grass and throw that in there with them, because they're old enough now to start taking that in. I can't take another one passing. It's killing me. And I feel somewhat responsible because of it. So I'm going to show you what I'm doing if you've never cleaned a pasty butt before, or if you have. I'm going to show you what I'm doing, and if you think it's something different that I should be doing, please mention it. I am open to all suggestions. So here we go, cleaning pasty butt off of Keets. Well, here's a nice prospect. Look at this guy. Oh yeah, oh yeah. So I used my kettle and warmed it a bit, a little too warm, so I have just some water in here to cool it down a bit. And he's gonna take a little bath with me holding him. And he's complaining. I guess I'm not too surprised that I'm getting my paper towel here to start wiping his pasty butt. Oh, I know, baby. I'm sorry. I am so sorry. I don't love it either. Oh my goodness, but you know, you're going to thank me later. You can see I'm just holding his little bottom as best I can in the water. You know, I don't want to let them go or anything. And then just taking the towel and, you know, getting it off best I can. All right, clean butt. Now, a little dry off for my little baby, who is really, really unhappy with me at the moment, right? But you're gonna feel so much better. Say hi to everybody. You had your butt on TV. Yeah, look at you. He or she says, I don't care, just put me back, Mom. Just put me back. I'll give you a little dry off, and then I'm going to, on a low setting, which could be low or cool or whatever your hair dryer does, and I'm gonna keep the Keet in the towel at first. I'm gonna start doing some warm air, because it's still warm, even though it says cool, it's still warm. If I just use warm on this poor sucker is gonna be baked. So I'm gonna turn this on. It's gonna be a little loud, so I'll probably get rid of the sound and put some music in here, but I wanna make sure the Keet is dry before I put it back in with its brothers and sisters. Here we go. Did it look to you that this one wasn't minding that too much? I think I got a couple of shut-eyes there. So while I was drying this baby off, it made a little poop, and that's good, because what I saw was it didn't stick. But the next thing I'm going to do before I put it back in its little house is I take some coconut oil, and I took it out and put it on a little paper towel here. I'm going to put some on my finger, and I'm going to wipe their bottom just to make it super slick and make sure that things keep sliding out as they should. And then this afternoon and tonight I'll come back in and check on everybody. So now we're gonna go ahead and do everybody, but I hope we have no more pasty butt Keets, because I can't bear to lose another one of you. Well, pardon me while I'm filling water bottles out here. Gigi needs to do the dishes, and we need to get our morning going. We're running a little late. And again, I'm so thrilled that fall is almost here. A couple of days away, but I'll tell you, you woke up and all of a sudden the chill was in the air. It's been wonderful. But mostly I'm out here when I'm filling water bottles and thinking about my day and what's going to happen next. And my morning kind of sucked. I had another Keet pass. That's 6 now out of the group that I bought. It's the first time I bought from this hatchery. And I wasn't looking at them as being the culprits, because I had some pasty butt going on. I thought maybe it was my fault. They were on pine shavings, which I read aren't great. Although this is the 3rd year I've raised Keets and baby chicks. In all the years so far, which aren't many, that I've been doing Keets, I've had chickens 5 years. Keets, this is the 3rd. Of the ones I've hatched, I've lost 3. That's not counting the ones that didn't make it out of the egg. I learned you don't help them because they end up not making it. And I've lost 6 out of this group that I bought from this hatchery. Now, Cackle Hatchery, where I've bought before, I started with 25, my first Keets ever, didn't know what I was doing, and I had no losses. Second year, lost 3, yeah. And this year now, 6, all pasty butt. We give them our drinking water, medicated starter, took them off the sawdust and put them on the pad so they're not ingesting any kind of wood, dust, chips, what have you. And I'm not happy. I'm not happy because, you know, I understand that they're farm creatures, but, you know, we still get attached. We still love them. I have too many to name, but they're cute, and I don't want to have anything happen, and I certainly don't want it to be at my hands that something happened, but I'm feeling this is kind of too big of a loss that it was entirely me. I'm wondering if maybe they were I'm bringing in chicks from a different place. My thought was I want some diversity. I don't want the same parentage going on. I want strong, healthy guinea hens, because next year we're going to start to have guinea hens available on the farm for anybody who wants eggs or Keets. So I want a strong, diverse population. I'm wondering if this population is maybe third or fourth generation, same parents, because they seem weak. I don't know. I'm not going to say the name of the place. If anybody's interested and they're going to buy Keets, you can message me. I don't want to trash them. I'm never fearful of taking responsibility. But my gut is telling me that this one's not on me. This wasn't a learning curve. This was... I don't think this was me. I think this was the Keets that I was sent, and they're not as healthy as they should be. So a bit of a reflective morning at the IBC tank. It's unfortunate, but it's part of what we do. We've all been there, and if you're new to this, you'll be there. And it's sad, but you learn. You learn from this. And I did the takeaway of not using the sawdust, which kind of, or I keep saying sawdust, pine shavings, leads me to my dilemma on the chicken coop of, now that we've got a 724 square foot chicken coop, my first thought was going to put down sand, because it's much easier to clean. There's no respiratory issues. There's all kinds of articles all over the internet that I didn't know about originally about pine shavings and respiratory issues with chickens. And with us kind of ramping things up, I'm trying to alleviate any problems we could have, and pine shavings look like they are a culprit. So I was going to do sand, except if we did the 6-ish inches of sand that are required to do it properly, that had been 3,000 pounds, and we didn't build the floor to have that kind of a load. So I'm back at looking at other things of what I can do, and do I have to do pine shavings? Is there something different? Can I put a smaller amount of sand? I really am leaning towards sand. I'd like to do that. Maybe sand with hay on top. I know hay isn't absorbent. I don't know if you guys have any ideas on better mousetrap for chicken coops and flooring for them. Bedding, I'll use hay because hay is great for their bedding. But I'm trying to shy away from the pine shavings at this point, and may still end up having to use them. So there you have it, kind of a reflective end to our Keats story here. I'm sure there may be part 2 as they grow older, and hopefully I have no more losses. We'll see. But that's where we're at. 6 are gone, and I don't want to see another one go.